How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now today is actually a very good day because it's breezy, it's cool, it's kind of cloudy. It's a perfect day for me to work on my 94 Toyota Celica. And today I will be installing new struts and a new long spring onto my 94 Toyota Celica. The struts I got from my 94 Toyota Celica is actually the KYBs, and from the long spring it's gonna be Teen S-Tech. Alright, so I got these about a week ago, but it has been raining, so I haven't had a chance to install them until today. They look pretty good. It's all, nicely wrapped. I had this set up in the past. It rides pretty good. I believe these will ride way better than the Godspeed I have now on my 94 Toyota Celica. Alright, so with that said, I'm going to go ahead and install these onto my car. Guys, so I am done installing all these 4 struts here onto my lowering spring here. It takes less than 30 minutes. I was very surprised it took that quick. Luckily, I didn't have to use the compressor to compress the spring because the spring is a little bit shorter. So I just push it down and put the nuts on top of it and just tie it up. So that was pretty easy. Since I don't have any original parts laying around for these struts here, I had to buy each struts individually, and I also had to buy these plastic molding here to fit onto the strut as well, because it doesn't come with it. I had to buy everything. It's all separate. I got these top mount here from the junkyard, so they're still pretty good. Just missing a few things that I had to buy separate online. Alright, so let's walk over here to my car. So this 94 Celica here does have ABS. As you can see here, this is the ABS. So if you're not familiar with taking off the struts, it's pretty simple. You want to lose these 2 bolts right here to release the brake line and the ABS line. And then you want to lose these nuts right here to take out the bolt here out of the way. And then once you got those loose, there shouldn't be anything holding on to the bottom. And lastly, you got these 3 nuts right here holding down on the top. So you take out these 3 nuts here, and then your strut should fall right out. Alright, so about 30 minutes later, I got the Godspeed out, and I swap it out with the new struts with the long spring. There we go. I hope these rides better than the Godspeed. Alright, so moving on to the rear, what I usually do is I remove this plastic panel here on both sides. I usually just move that out of the way. It's easier because I'm using like a anti-gun, so it's easier for me to just remove these nuts versus using like a wrench. It'd be easier for me. That's just my way of doing it. So if you're doing it this way, remove this plastic panel here on both sides, get that out of the way. Remove this cargo cover, the seat, you could just release it to fold down. So you have access to like the screws over here. So you could remove this panel. Sometimes a lot of people, they don't really remove this whole thing. They just kind of remove those screws to the point where you could put this to the side. We have access to the nut, so I'm gonna try to see which is the easier route. Then I'm gonna go with it. Alright, so I got my car jacked up here from the bottom. Again, you want to release or remove the bolt that's holding onto the brake line, which is right here. And you also want to remove the bolt that's holding onto ABS right here. And once you got those 2 bolts out, these are free. You can take these out of the way. And you also want to remove this nut right here that's holding on to the A-links right here. So remove this nut. You might want to use an Allen wrench if it doesn't come off. And once you got these moved, Then remove the 2 nuts down here to remove the large bolts, and then the bottom here should be good. And then moving on to the top, I'm not going to remove this whole panel. I'm just going to release it out of the way like that. You do have to remove the 2 screws over here to release this panel, so it gives you room to play with. Okay, so about 20 minutes later, and I got this side installed. It took me a little bit longer than I expected. Installing this by yourself is a little bit harder. Sometimes it's good to have like a second hand to help you out, But anyways, got this side done. Moving on to the next side. Alright, so about 20 minutes later, I got the other side installed as well. There is no more negative camber. And as for the height, it is a little bit higher than the golf speed, which I don't mind because I'm going to use this as a daily once I got everything to where I want it to be. Yeah, looks pretty good. Now I'm going to take this for a test drive and see how it feels. Oh wait, I almost forgot. I got a new steering wheel for my 94 Toyota Celica. I got this off a, I think it's a 98 Toyota RAV4. The steering wheel is very similar, or about the same. And it looks way better than the one I have here. Alright, so removing the steering wheel, it's not that hard really. You just have to disconnect your negative terminal just to make sure the airbag doesn't deploy on you. And if you see this right here, this plastic cover here, you want to remove this. You want to use like a flathead, trying to pop that out. There's also one on the other side as well. I'm going to use this plastic prier here to pry off that black cover right there, so just prevent any scratches. Alright, so next step, you want to use the socket here, the T30 socket with the star shaped head. You want to use this to remove those screw right there, or those bolt right there. There's actually 2 on this side and 1 on the other side, so you want to use this right here. This is a T30. Alright, so after you remove those screws, you should be able to wiggle out the airbag. And you want to put that aside, and you want to disconnect this yellow wire here and this white clip here too. Connect these and then remove this nut right there. This is I believe it's a 19mm nut. You remove that nut and your steering wheel should come off too. Sometimes it's kind of hard to come off, so you might want to hit it from side to side to take off the steering wheel. Make sure this clock here is straight, exactly how you remove it. So once you install your new steering wheel, you want to make sure this is straight exactly like how it is. Because if you don't keep it straight like this, once you install your steering wheel, your new steering wheel, then your steering wheel is going to be off. So you want to make sure that this is straight. Alright, so I got this nuts off right here. It's easier if you have like a impact gun like that, so much easier to get things off, especially like this nut right here. And then your next step is to hit the steering wheel from side to side to loose it up. Alright, so after 5 minutes-ish of trying to take this off, it won't come off. And I don't have the tool to remove this steering wheel, so I might have to go to Harbor Freight to get that tool. What a pain. Alright guys, so I am back. I bought this steering wheel kit remover from Harbor Freight. So it's like this. These 2 yellow bolt here goes onto the steering wheel, and this black bolt here, you'll try to tighten it, push against this huge bolt right here, trying to pull out the steering wheel. So let's give it a try to see if it works. Let's hope nothing is broken off. Oh my gosh, that works. Oh my gosh. Wow. Thank God for this. Thank you so much. Alright, so I got my new steering wheel installed here compared to the old one. This is the old one. It's all nasty, all worn out, and this is the new one. Got this off a 98 Toyota RAV4. Yep, so this one's good for now, and this one here is trash. And this steering wheel removal toolkit here is actually pretty handy. Guess I'll hang on for it for now. Alright, so here's just a little short view of the Gosby coilover and the Mono SS. The coilover looks okay. I mean, it's not like in the worst shape. It's not leaking or anything like that. It's just dirty. That's it. Alright, so I am back from my test drive. It drives nice, smooth, no more like, bumpy feelings. And more like, stiffness feeling. But anyways, I still have my Gosby coilover, so I'm thinking about giving it away or maybe sell it for like $100-200. So let me know if you guys want it. You can buy it from me, or or should I just give it away for free? Please let me know. Alright, so I'm gonna end my video here. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a good day.